In this video, we are talking about flight information. Travefy contains a live flight database that is built in under the New Event button within the Flight Event option. This is where you can access Travefy's live flight database that contains live flight schedules for every major or regional airline carrier worldwide. It's not just for North America and is a global database. We're going to walk through the different methods of adding flights in, and we'll chat a little bit about how those updates and notifications work. The first option that we're going to take a look at is called the Quick Add method. This is where we want to input the date, airline, and flight number. Let's go ahead and input some details. And once done, select Get Info. From here, you're going to get a preview of the flight, just to make sure this is the correct one. If you have additional legs to this flight, make sure to continue adding those flight numbers before selecting Add to Itinerary. From here, you will see that there are two events that came over for us, the departure and arrival event. You may also notice this green little check mark, which means we are registered for automatic updates, but if you decide, you can always add additional details to this event by selecting the pencil icon. From here, you can add in additional notes, seat, ticket details, confirmation numbers. If you want to attach maybe their confirmation tickets, you can do so at the bottom. Just make sure to select Done Editing to save all of those changes. The second method that we'll look at is called the Booking Confirmation method. If you book directly with an airline for this example, you can forward that confirmation email to this address. This address is unique to this specific trip. Again, all you have to do is forward those emails to that address. This works primarily if you are booking directly with airlines, hotels, and car rental companies. So if you have a complicated itinerary or there's an attached document or you're going through a third party, it will make it more difficult for the system to read, so just keep that in mind. When you go to forward, you'll have a little status area here where it shows that it is processing, if it's successful, or in the case that it wasn't able to be read and imported, you'll also be notified of that. But in that case, you can use the Quick Add method to add those flight information items in. The third option is the GDS import option. We support all of the major GDS systems. You can copy and paste the GDS schedules right into this box and then select Get Flights. Travefy will then match those schedules to the information in the Live Flights database to import them in and continue to make sure we're tracking updates. But to clarify, this is not a PNR import, but a flight schedule import. If you're fairly familiar with the GDS interface, you can review the flight schedules where it's enumerated lines such as 1, 2, 3, 4, with the different flight schedules behind each line. You can copy all of that information and paste it in here, as we can import all of those flights then in one go for you. To chat a bit about those updates, we will track updates for terminal changes, gate changes, departure delays, maybe they're arriving early. If there is a cancellation, we'll notify you of that as well, and we'll change the status from on time to canceled. Now, we check for updates usually once a week, but up until 24 hours before departure, that is when we will check for updates in real time, along with sending out notifications to both you and your clients. But if you have any questions about those logistics, make sure to reach out to our team at professional@travefy.com. But that's it. Those are all of the different ways you can import flight information over into your trip to make sure you're receiving flight updates. Thanks so much for watching, and make sure to check out the rest of our Getting Started video guide.